guys and gals. Tonight we are completing the rear floor section, like underneath the seats. Yeah. So we cut all this out with an air hammer. We're going to square it all up, and then we're going to make our patch panel. The great part about doing it like this, see all that frame there right there? We're painting inside of it, cleaning it all out, and going to make it to hopefully last another 8, however long it is. My math is not great. Let's just say 47 years, you know. Hopefully we can make it last, you know, a little bit longer is all I'm getting at. Which, by the way, old feller turned another year old the other day. So, you know, just saying. The gray is becoming more and more real. We got the floors welded in. We fit that one over there tonight. And we got all the nastiness cut out. Yeah, I know it still looks a little atrocious, but we kind of cracked the fuel line. And I don't know about you guys, but, you know, I was really hoping not to replace this guy, but it cracked right there. And, yeah. We're not welding anywhere near that, especially since it was underneath where we're working right now. I kind of bumped it with the air hammer, and it said, "Hello, I'm leaking." So, nonetheless, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you guys straight up. Whenever I'm making these panels for this, it is not going to be perfect. See all that? It's not going to be perfect. And the reason why is, well, it's back behind the seat. I'm going to attach it to good metal. And I got told that my due date for this got moved up by 2 weeks. Because, you know, we have a party, and yeah, for Halloween, and I always have it in the garage because you can't mess up a garage, really. I mean, that's the great thing about it. Excuse me, all this dust and pollen is just, it's killing the feller. So anyway, I'm going to make this. I'm going to make a panel here, and like here-ish. So we're going to just take some flat metal, see how we need to bend it, some more of that good stuff. We might have to go get that other sheet. I'm thinking we're going to have to. But that's fine, so we have it. Yeah. Let's just see what happens, all right? This episode, I'm going to also show you the great bead seam sealer thing and how great it is. I'm going to talk you guys into buying one, I'm telling you. But just give me a few minutes or hours, and I might be wearing a different, I think it's like almost midnight, so I'll probably be wearing something else by the time you guys, it's close, it's 11:30. So I'm gonna see how much metal I got. Probably have to go up and grab that other sheet. I'll be right back, but you guys won't see it, so give me a few. All right, so I'm gonna break it to you easy. Sometimes the feller don't have all the right tools. I probably don't have much more than anyone else in their garage. I just have a bigger garage because I just, you know, that was my screw retirement party, okay? I mean, that's exactly what I'm saying. I took my retirement that I had in place for like 13 years, and I built a garage and then bought a bucket list 69 Camaro. Anyway, saying that to say this. Sometimes the work you may do may not look so pretty. See how that's stitched in? Okay, it may not look pretty. However, it is formed correctly. We had to form this. We did not cut that correctly. That's okay. But we did form all this correctly. When we formed that, we did patch there and there. We're going to make it correct looking with two different things. Seam sealer, check. Kill mat. Kill mat, we'll cover that on top. Absolutely. We're also going to paint it with Pour 15 that we have coming in the mail, because that right there is going to seal it. It's going to seal it from rust and future rust. It's going to encapsulate the rust that's there, which means like turn it to metal again, I guess. I don't know. I think it's going to stop it in spot, okay? Which this only has surface rust, so we can deal with that. But this guy here, anytime you seam pieces of metal together like this, and it's like a floor, seam seal it. Seam seal it. You don't want water leaking in between there, rotting what out you just put in there. So this took way too long, because every time I kept trying to do, I tried to make that out of one piece of metal, it didn't work, because it bends here, there, there, and there. Do what you can do, man. Like this one here, we're going to do it out of 2 to maybe 3 pieces of metal over there. It's not a big deal. It's really not. Do what you can do, and like heck with it. The only thing that kind of stinks is the little bracket that holds the seat in, that like sits right here-ish, that like grips the wire underneath here. There. We're going to have to like try to make one of those wherever I put them. They're probably in a scrap pile, but we're going to try to remake those things and weld them back in, because as I told you guys, my time limit got narrowed to this to like October-ish 11th, which honestly, if I don't have it ready by then, I'm just going to shove it outside, have the party, and then bring it back in after the party. It's not a big deal. I really want this sucker done ASAPers, because we have definitely way bigger fish to fry. So that right there is that feller. We're hoping to get, well, we are going to get that one done. Probably not tonight, but this week. That way so I can air this episode and you know, that kind of thing, and get the floors done, and then we start on the interior. I ain't gonna lie, a part of me is like looking forward to it, a part of me ain't. So, you know, anyway, just do what you can do with this. If you have better bending rolly type metal things, go for it. I have a hammer and a bender. That's pretty much it. A brake, a metal brake. So that's what I'm working with, plus a vise, and that's what we got. So I'm going to go ahead and jump to the other side. We'll see how much more gooder we can make that, hopefully, and quicker. And then I'll show you the seam sealing. All right, give us just a day or 12, I don't know. Okay, all right, so we're back. Tonight is the final completion of, dare I say, the old floors. We kind of got ahead of ourselves over here. Let me introduce you to this other side here. I started, big old piece of metal on the floor. Anyway, I started this side. We went ahead and patched all of that with metal. We covered it all up, and we had seam sealed. I found an old an old tube, so I had to like repoke it, and then like it wasn't coming out very good, so I ended up smearing it with my fingers so it's flush-ish. But nonetheless, we're gonna make it disappear with the kill mat. This is great stuff, by the way, and it's affordable on the Amazonian site. We got more coming in tomorrow. That's why it's kind of sporadically spread around. I was like thinking of ways to try to make it work like all the way, and then it wouldn't. So yeah, anyway, so we sprayed that rust eater stuff, and it kind of speckled the floor a little bit here. That's okay, we're gonna wipe it off, and we may spray it again, we may not, you know. But we're gonna wipe it off, and we may spray it again, we may not, you know. Anyway, so we sprayed that rust eater stuff, and it kind of speckled the floor a little bit here. That's okay, we're gonna wipe it off, and we may spray it again, we may not, you know. Anyway, so But I'm going to show you guys the piece de resistance. The real deal. The really deal, yo. This guy. This is the Slimmy Slappy Swanson Sensei caulking gun. Hear that? This thing, auto magical. Now, I purposely cut the tip like this, so whenever I go amongst these cracks, it automatically spreads it for you. It has multiple settings, and hold on, let me try to do this with one hand, huh? It's got a light. Are you kidding me, dude? I mean, that's how you know it's gooder. So we're going to seam seal this. Now this is a brand that I don't think I've ever used yet, called Everclear or something. I thought it was a band, but it's not. So I'm going to show you how much gooder this thing does, hopefully. And yeah, I think, yep, I see fingers. We're good. So just squeeze the trigger, and then you wait until you hear it log down. And here it comes. Okay. Now we're in position here, right? Here we go. Watch how quick. Darn it, I got caught, sorry. Make sure you're wearing gloves too. Now, if you guys were counting at home, that was like 10 seconds of seam sealing. And this is done. I might spread it with the old Gidgets. Make sure you're wearing gloves. This stuff is extremely gnarly, potent, strong, all that good stuff. So make sure you're wearing gloves. And how thick you want it is by how fast you're moving. This one also has what you call a, it's supposed to be a no drip type deal. That's why it, like, you hear it go backwards. It stops, you know, going forward, then starts to retract a little bit. But nonetheless, I mean, look at that. That's a nice thick bead. We're going to like smear it around, make it a little softer. And yeah, so that's as easy as this stuff is. But I really wanted to show you this. Like I say, you pick up seam sealer. I have like 4 more tubes coming, not just for this car, but for other projects. You know, because this should be all the seam sealing I need to do on this guy now. But I always seem to need it because I end up putting floor pans and everything. Or like a whole body in floor pans and God knows what else. And I'm just saying, you know, it's good stuff to have around. It doesn't really, unless you puncture it, it doesn't really have an expiration date. So we're going to seal all this stuff up. We're going to put kill mount down. And next week we are starting on interior. Yeah. So we're debating right now if we want to make our own seat brackets for those seats. I think I'm going to try it because it's like $250 for daggone brackets. That's a lot of cheddar, you know? Or I've got some square tubing over there and some good steel. And I have a feeling that will make it just fine. So anyway, this is what we're doing tonight, kiddos. Nothing special. I just wanted to show you guys that caulking gun, and believe me, you older fellers, you're going to appreciate it. I promise you. It's way more gooder than doing this for like 27 minutes for what we just got done in 13 seconds. So we're going to have all right, Nick Wilson, look, we're going to have a shop cleanup, okay? God forbid your shop get dirty while you're actually doing something. Besides trying to do a burnout on an Indian bike, you know, whatever, dude. But anyway, we're going to do interior next week. We got the headliner out already. Probably going to make the seat brackets, put the carpet back in. The door panels were, man, I don't know. I like these because this is, you know, okay-ish and I can clean it. But the other one is really not gooder. But man, those things are expensive. If you guys are building second-gen Trans Am or Camaros, you know exactly what the heck I'm talking about. But anyway, just know this also. You're going to run into some issues if you replace the floor pan. And it's probably going to be the issue of your emergency brake not wanting to, like, you know, it goes in here, then through the car. What I'm trying to say is budget a little bit for extra parts you didn't see coming. We are currently just under the $5,000 mark for this car. The good thing is that's the price of the car too. But we are like sniffing at $5,000. We already have the paint. We have the seats. I hope we have enough to get it done and finished without buying any more things except for like light bulbs and stuff like that. That would be great. And yeah. But we also nicked the fuel line, so I got to replace that, which is awesome. But it happens. Just make sure you allot a little bit of money for unforeseeables, we're going to call it. Anyway, that's enough yakking in this video. I appreciate y'all. And just know this. We're still on track to do whatever the crap we got to do to this thing and get it painted and done. That's the goal. And my goodness, I hope we can get it there on time, you know, way before winter. But thank you all guys and gals for watching. I appreciate it so much. We'll see you guys next time here on Right Turn Garage TV. Y'all have a great weekend. Apparently I'm turning older. All right, see ya.